Welcome back, folks, to another train video, again on Train Family 101. In today's video, we are not at the house. We are at America's Best Town Hobby Shop, a train store with a bunch of other stuff as well. We call it the Thomas store. And yeah, so come along for the tour and hopefully you enjoy. So here we are as we're walking up, America's Best Train and Hobby Stop. There it is, and then right over there, over here is a layout display. I'm gonna come take you guys to it. So it's right over here, and it's pretty cool. It's just in the window next door here. It's right here. Just look at this. It's a little town with buildings. This is G scale, and then there's a little bit of a yard right here. This is just like a display, honestly. All right, let's head inside. Okay, there we go. All right. So when you first enter on the doors, there's already a lot of stuff for sale. They're kind of just like little buildings. They have some train sets up there. It's just little HO buildings. It's inside the main store. So you can see everywhere. So when you first enter, there's a bunch of books and magazines here. There's books this side, magazines here. All right, next after that, there's a bunch of... Not my phone. Okay, so next up is here is these like all books, magazines, and there's all these little toys here that register. As we keep walking down, you come up to this layout here, and it's currently not on right now. This is the layout where you get to run the trains. You see right here. As you can see, they got a NASA, I think that's a GP38-2, the Autorax, and then we got the Sleigh Bell Limited in the back there. So they're just sitting here for now. Then we have passenger cars just sitting up there. Moving on, there's this whole just little stack here with ready to run train sets for like beginners. They do have quite a bit to choose from. They have cars up top. They have train sets, and then right after it there's just this whole rack with just a bunch of scenery items and other things, but that's about it. As you move toward the back, from coming all the way back here, you end up in this area, which is all fast track section. They got power packs, plug and play, crossings, risers, track packs, and just single straights. And then just above that, there's just a couple of just train sets. They have a couple of sets here, as you can see, ready to run sets only. Then they have some add-on cars. And then below, and then above are the really long and scale version passenger cars right here. And then we'll get to the next area. Now, as we keep going, we see this cabinet full of boxcars and just rolling stock. As you can see, it's just all different sorts of cars. And then that's right after this area here. And then we'll move on to our favorite part. All the locomotives here. Just look it down there. So we're going to start over here. So there's locomotives back here. So if you look right there, you can see a couple of locomotives. They have some Santa Fe units, just all stuff. It just goes down really, really far. Some more cars, track, more stuff up top. Then we'll keep going after. And here's the main part we came for, the locomotive shelf. It's just locomotives after locomotives after locomotives that spans all the way down there. And it's just a wall. And a wall of locomotives. Just look. So like they got a bunch of passenger car sets on the top there. So we got a bunch of passenger cars with like rolling stock as well. Some locomotives and just spans down there. And then on the bottom we have a bunch of new locomotives. And there's mine. So we got the CPKC engine right there, 1975. We got a couple -ES44s. Northwestern right there, that's a whole row of it. Got some steam engines. You got some post-sport F3s, I don't know. Got some Polar Express, more locomotives down there. Just one on the bottom, just sitting there. The test track is right here. Transformer, power supply. And then if you look below, there's another cabinet with just more, I think, conventional locomotives. And then there's some more rolling stock you see on the bottom. Just more, keep going underneath the cabinets. And on top here is just some more just display items. Then behind that is just all, just like, there's scenery items and rolling stocks. There's just a bunch and a bunch of rolling stock. And as you can see, it's just going on. A lot of big good stuff here. And then there is just more here. You keep going. There's another cabinet here, more rolling stock. You come here, got a nice truck trolley display. More conventional locomotives on this side. There's more Line Chief single engines. Got some dummies in there mixed as well. And then that's about it. More cabinets. Oh, cabooses. I'm looking for a black bonnet caboose. Let's see if they have any. And I don't see them. But they're nice though. Got more up here. Keep going. More locomotives. They're really nice, look like antiques. BNSF-8. Wow. We got more up here, and that finally stops back here with just all other stuff. There's just a bunch and a bunch of aisles here. Next, we'll be taking you down some of the aisles here. So this first aisle is a bunch of track, a couple pieces of rolling stock, and mostly scenery here. As you can see, we got a couple different companies here. We got Lionel, MTH, Atlas, Rail King, Marks, and I think that's about it for this. So that's about it. You just see a bunch of track on the bottom. Tubular post-war type track. Got new just scenery items on both sides. Full 360-degree view. More tracks. More. And then you finally come out the other end. Let's go down the next aisle. This is kind of like HO. This is an HO. And then there's freight cars, as you can see right there. And then there's just a bunch of stuff. And as you can see, it's a little hard to see everything, but there's an example of one of them. I don't know if there's like locomotives mixed in here, but I'm suspecting it's all freight cars just for kits, or they're fully assembled. I'm gonna go down the next aisle. This is this thing where they have a bunch of transformers and more scenery right here with more track. More and more. I think maybe these are some locomotives. Maybe, I'm not sure. Just keep going. And then on this side here is a full display of all the HO locomotives that they have here currently. And they just have a big one. Ooh, something running. Alright, back to the thing. I got a little distracted seeing something run. But anyway, so in here there's just a bunch of like more high-end locomotives. Not that much. It's a bunch of Athearn, Bachmann, Spectrum, Walters, Athearn, and Atlas. A little bit of Broadway Limited in there, but that's about it. And yeah, that's all I kind of see in here. So let's go on to the next aisle. Going down the next aisle, this is kind of for like cars and stuff. As you see, they have a bunch of cars and just racetrack pieces. And then if you come straight from here, this is the HO track section. So they have a bunch of track from Bachmann, Walters, and Atlas. Most people use Atlas for the really just like professionals up there, switches, special tracks, Bachmann. And there's just a bunch of cool scenery items on this rack here. And then it comes toward the back way. This is the G-scale section. Now, we don't do G-scale. As you can see, there's no one back here. But this is like the G-scale section. See, they have a bunch of G-scale locomotives in here. And this is like the paint section. And back here is the post-war section. And this is like where they have all the N-scale stuff. So they have a bunch of steam locomotives, as you can see here. There are some diesels, and that's about it. So if you come towards this way, as you can see, you got a bunch of N-scale rolling stock on this side. This is like N-scale track over here. There's more G-scale in the background here. And this is all N-scale, or like British trains for like double O. And then you come back here, there's some cars, more here. And paint, and then that's about it. So let's go back. All right, and then I'll go show this just one area just for the whole store completion. So if you come this way, this is the Thomas area for like the little children. So in here we got a bunch of Thomas wooden trains. We got track everywhere. This is a cabinet with track masters here. So a bunch of Thomas and Friends characters. I used to love this when I was little, but now I'm way grown out of it. Chuggington, and then here is the Thomas area. So they have a couple of roll-along sets taking place, and some track and some accessories here. And then that's about it, just some cars. And on this side is more Trackmaster, and then there's Brio here, more Thomas and Friends wooden trains, and then just keep going, some just more stuff, more Brio here, and that's about it. There's more here. You come back this way, and then you come back over here to the main area, and that's about it. Alright guys, so we are currently gonna finish up here. We're almost done here, and we're about to leave, so I think the video is about over now. But as well, come check out America's Best Town Hobby Store. There's a great selection. They mostly focus on O-Gauge because Lion Ultra trains. The magic begins here, as you know it. There's a lot of trains here. Alright, so we'll do another video like this. We'll keep you guys updated with more videos. Alright, bye.